GATEtv, you join me for yet another episode of Unlocking the Gate, and I'm really pleased to help kickstart this second series. We are joined by club captain Ben Swift. Ben, thank you so much for sparing a bit of time to have a bit of a chat with us. It's been months since we've enjoyed any football at Hartsdown Park, and I suppose the first question supporters will want me to ask you is how you're doing and how you're keeping.
Yeah, I'm all good. Obviously missing the football, like I'm sure everyone is, including the fans. But yeah, I'm all right. Training, ticking over. Hopefully football's back soon, but fingers crossed it is. But maybe towards next season now instead of this season.
Yeah, we're still waiting, obviously, for a little bit more information. We're told that there's going to be some board meetings this week, and then hopefully we'll have a little bit of clarity. But the whole purpose of Unlocking the Gate is that we get to know people a little bit better. And obviously, supporters will know you from your time playing at Margate. But one of the things that I think perhaps might be a bit overlooked is you're only 23 years old and you've been captain now for a long time. But your career as well has been quite an interesting one up until this point. And to take it right back to the very start, your kind of earliest memories in football, was it something that was a sport that you found through family, through friends? What are your kind of earliest memories with a ball?
It's mainly my dad, really. My dad loves football, and I think from maybe not a day old, but a few weeks old, he was getting a ball out, making me kick a ball, and it's from my dad, really. I just remember playing football all the time as a kid, going out with your mates, playing football. Football was the main thing, really. It's just stuck with me ever since. Obviously,
did you have
I love playing football.
A grassroots club that you started at, or what, did you kind of go into more serious straight away?
No, I was literally just playing with my pals and just Sunday, Saturday league. It was just called Vinters Park, literally around the corner from where I live now in Maidstone, and then a club called MPE. Getting a local Sunday team, my schoolmates, and then I went to the Maidstone Academy when I was I think 15, maybe 16, and that's when it sort of started to get like a bit more serious, really. And went from there, really.
And at Maidstone Academy, was that when you first had an interaction with Jay as a coach?
Yeah, it's the first time I met Jay. My dad knew Jay beforehand, not as well, but when I was 15, 16, Jay was obviously first team manager, and then about a few months into my academy season, he joined the academy coaching role as well, and that's when I got closer seeing with Jay, training in front of Jay and all that stuff, really. And it just went from there. I get on well with Jay on and off the pitch, so it just clicked on straight away, really.
And you were at Maidstone United, learning your trade, training a lot, obviously, at the Gallagher Stadium, and then the kind of dream from every young footballer's perspective came true for you. You got scouted, you decided to accept a contract with Aston Villa. Can you recall, because I from what I've read up on, you and I've never actually spoken about it before, but there was a lot of interest in you and there was a lot of options open to you. Can you tell us a bit about, at that point in time, what made you make that move? Because for a young player to move so far away from home, it's probably a big life decision for you.
Do you know what? When all the clubs come interested, I don't want to sound big-headed, but I was just overwhelmed about it, really. Because obviously, I remember a few months before, my dad was like, "You need to get a job, you need to start earning money." And I was like, "Dad, don't worry about it. In about a few months' time, I'll be at a pro club." But I didn't think it would be a club like as big as Villa and like all the teams that come in. I was just thinking maybe like not saying like Mills that are big teams, but maybe a local team, not as far. I remember playing the FA Youth Cup game, and like, I always loved the Youth Cup game. It's a big game for youth teams and clubs. I just remember just having a good game and just really enjoying it. And then I come off that pitch and I was like, all the boys are going, you're going to get scouted by clubs. I was like, no, I won't. Just happy to get involved. And then literally 2 days later, they rang up. And then, it was a no-brainer, really. Went down there for 2 weeks. And it sort of changed. It definitely changed my career 100% and my life. But as a kid, there was no looking back. It was 100% I'm going for that. If I didn't get in or I did get in, obviously I did get in, which was good. I was never going to turn that down at 16, 17. You'd be stupid to, really.
Yeah, well, I think it's probably every young footballer's dream to have that kind of life, like playing football. And in terms of your development, making that step from Maidstone into Aston Villa, like what is that like? I can only imagine what the setup is, the level of coaching and support you must have had.
Yeah, the facilities were unbelievable. Probably one of the best training I've ever been to or played at. Do you know what? The standards, it wasn't a massive difference. It was the fitness levels and the intensity on training. Like it was, well, I was training every day with Maidstone, but it was nothing like the way them boys train. I remember coming out. For about a good 6-8 months, I'd train and just go to bed all day and just sleep until my body got used to it. But like you adapt to it, you get used to it. You put it. It made me do extra sessions because I knew I wasn't there yet. But yeah, the whole experience was unbelievable. I would never change it. I would never. If anyone wanted any advice with that, if I was in the same position as I was, I'd say 100% just go for it.
Yeah, definitely. And you then obviously broke into getting a professional contract, and then you got an injury, I understand, that was that made a big impact. Can you talk us through that element?
Yeah, that was a funny one, really. It was about March time. That wasn't the reason why I got let go. I knew I wasn't getting a contract. I got told about January, February time. Look, your contract's going to run end of the year. I was like, okay, that's fine. Training and that. We're about to go on a few trials at a few clubs just before the season ends, and then I just one of my teammates just sort of caught my ankle and just snapped my ligaments, and that put me out for another, I think it was 8 to 9 months. And then I come back. The club done me all right, to be fair. At the end of the season, they said, look, come back for 6 months. You can do your rehab here. We'll look after you on that. Still, paid me away, which was, they didn't have to do that. They could have just let me go, and that was that. So I was grateful for that. They let me get fit, and then went on a few trials at a few clubs. Long story short, one worked out. Then a week later, it didn't. And I was just like, you know what, I just need to play football again. I need to get some first team football. And that's when I signed for Margate under Steve Watts and Brownie. And then, just gone from there, really.
I think what insight you provide is what a lot of young footballers don't necessarily have the opportunity to hear from, because being part of an academy and being a professional footballer, it's everyone's dream. But sometimes I don't think people realise the highs and lows of it. And for you, as someone in your early 20s who's put in all of that hard work, got a bad injury, and then had to kind of rebuild again, was that a real challenge for you at that point?
It's people just think footballers are, they get paid loads, they live the lifestyle. It's not that at all. There's I had a lot of downs up there, especially living so far away at a young age where I wasn't playing, I wasn't getting picked. The injury, I'd have good days and bad days. But I just think it's definitely worth talking. I used to have, I say meetings, but I used to speak to people up there about it, one-on-ones. I think it's definitely important to speak to people about, situation, especially in this day and age, about mental illness and that. I think it's definitely worth talking about. But I'm quite a strong person, and I think I was at that young. I think I had to step up a bit at that young age, being up there on my own. I just got through it, really. But obviously with your friends and family as well being there, and your teammates as well. You make some good friends up there. But I just got through it, really. I just thought it is what it is in the day, and just got to, whatever happens.
Yeah, that's really good advice. And the standards are so high at all levels of the game now. I think even as we're seeing in the National League, there's such weight on the elite status and stuff like that. There's a lot of pressure on all levels of the game. Quite a lot of people at that point, though, and you've definitely witnessed it in the past, they kind of fall out of love a little bit with the game. But obviously you then signed for Margate, you were playing under Steve Watt, two centre-back managers you mentioned there, Steve Watt and Steve Brown. And did it do the job for you in that sense that season, just playing football regularly? I know you had kind of a lot of experience with Lenny Pidgley, Liam Friends, Cess, all of those guys around you as well.
Yeah, it was a big eye opener for my first season in men's football, that's for sure. I didn't actually get a run of games for the first 3 months, 4 or 5 months. I was looking to go on loan, obviously, because you had Friendy, you had Winter, Millsy, all them sort of boys. So I thought I wasn't really getting a sniff. And then I knew my chance would come. I think Cess got injured, actually. I think he'd done his knee in. And I got a good run of games in. I backed myself. I listened to what Steve and Brownie said straight away. obviously you come from academy football, which is pass, all this playing out the back stuff. And then, you know, you come to a proper men's game of football. They're still passing, obviously, but like it's a bit different from academy football to men's football. Do you know what I mean? So I adapted quickly, listened to the advice they gave me, and just just stuck to it really, and just cracked on.
And that is exactly what you've gone on to do, obviously racking up loads of appearances. And then to the point that when Jay became manager, one of the first things he did was hand you the armband at a young age. What was that moment like?
I don't know. It's quite exciting, really. I suppose, being captain. I think I was 21. I think he made me captain.
That's such a young age. Like I think, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a captain of a club. I didn't think I'd get it as soon as I thought I would, but I've known Jay. I think he trusts me. Do you know what I mean? So we get along well. He's known me since I was 15, 16 when I made my debut for Maidstone. We had quite a young team anyway, like that year anyway when he first signed. I was just grateful for it, and he's put his trust in me and kept me as it is. It's been good. I've grown as a player and as a bloke as well, as a man as well. Obviously, you've got to step up a little bit, but I'm glad he done it, and I think he's helped me, especially as a player and especially as a man as well. And
when you look at the kind of role models in the game, with centre backs in particular, there's loads that spring to mind in recent years. The kind of stereotypical strong centre back. Is there anyone that you kind of moulded your game around, or that you really look up to?
When I was a kid, John Terry is my idol. I might not be able to have the techers like he has. Like he's technically unbelievable, but like the defending wise and desire wise, like I ain't got a problem being an old school defender. I like put my head in front of balls, blocking shots, heading it, the simple stuff. But I like to play as well. I think as I've got older, I think Jay's trying to get us into playing more often. I do enjoy. Obviously, you should enjoy playing football. And the day it's a football match. But I don't know. I'd say playing wise, John Stones is good at playing out the back. I think of English defenders. English defender wise, probably about it.
I was going to say, I'm not hearing Maguire or anyone like that. No, I can imagine who you've got in mind. And I suppose that's the thing in your mind, isn't it, really, of that kind of that physical, aggressive, like leader in the back, like a John Terry-esque figure, and with the captain's armband as well. It's holding you obviously in really good stead. And you haven't mentioned as well, you can pop up with a goal or two as well.
I think my dad has always said to you, you need to get yourself out there, you need to score some more goals. He's like, take free kicks and that. I said, I'm never getting a sniff on free kicks or penalties. But I don't know. One of my strongest points in football is in the air, like heading things. So I thought if I can do it at the back, if I just practice a little bit of my goals, and then I don't know. I think it was the first year Jay came in. I think I popped up with 6 or 7 in these 6 months he was in, and then just the following year. I had a few injuries and that in my hamstrings, but I got, I think, 5 or 6 again. I just get in the right place now, just watch for the balls and make my timing better, and just smash it in the back of the net.
And obviously this season's been, you can't really even call it a season, can you? It was a run of games, and it was so hard to recruit players because of what was going on in the National League, and then it was just felt like it was beginning to come together, and I for one was really excited to go down on that Tuesday night, but obviously it didn't happen. So suppose I guess we've just got to look to the future now, and for you, is it just a case of keeping up, playing regularly, keeping fit, and just adding to your game, because you are still a young player, and I think in terms of the football pyramid, the gap between the leagues is really not that massive now, is it really? So there's opportunities for you to push on. Obviously we want that to be in a Margate shirt, but longer term for you, what are your kind of longer term aspirations?
If I'm honest, I want to play as high as I can, really. I've always wanted to as a kid. I believe that I can. Other people tell me that I can. I'm just got. I don't know. It's obviously you want to play. Football career is very short.
Yeah.
10 years max. Well, I'm 23 now. I'd like to say I got another 10 years in me, 11 years. But obviously, I think it's 2 years now. I think since this COVID started, really. I think I played like 20 games, 25 games. So I mean, it's just wasting years of football. So obviously, hopefully, start next season we can crack on with it again. But yeah, like I said, I just want to enjoy my football. I want to play as high as I can for as long as I can. But the main thing is enjoying it. Really, I like playing for Jay. I always have done. He's a good manager. Coyley as well. Just play as high as I can and enjoy it. Really.
Yeah, I think that's again really good advice from you, and it's one of the points actually that I wanted to ask you about, because it's not been spoken a lot, and I think because of the situation and COVID being so awful, none of us want to moan. We're all very fortunate we're healthy and so on, but there has been a part of me that, with all the debacle going on at the moment, not only in the Isthmian League, but the National League South and North being null and void, there is a part of me that just feels quite sorry for players, because like you alluded to there, you're being kind of not robbed, but you're losing precious career time, and careers are short, time is short. So is there an element of enjoying your football even stronger now? Because I think we all will. I was interviewing Liam Friend earlier, and we were saying that those Velocity Trophy games and those trophy games, cup games that you just used to be like, oh God, don't fancy travelling. I think we're all going to be a little bit more a bit quieter and enjoy them a bit more.
I don't know, them Velocity games and them Kent Cup games, I didn't really enjoy.
You're not missing them.
Yeah, they can forget them cups. But cool. It's obviously the day out on a Saturday. It's all day in it really with all the boys. You meet at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whatever it is. And especially in away game there, you know what? When it goes back, I will look. Obviously, I'm missing it now, but you will enjoy it more. There's nothing better than with the boys and that going out for a game of football with your pals and that, and a little beer after or whatever. Your nights out, you have your teammates. You do miss it. And yeah, I do. I will be more grateful now on a Tuesday night away to Bognor or whatever. I won't be moaning that much. But yeah, the cup games you can keep. I'm not fussed about them.
I keep thinking to myself, those games at Hartsdown Park, where even when it was the summer, you'd be getting bashed up by the wind and it'd be freezing, but I'd do anything for them now, I think. And on the note of staying in touch with the boys and stuff, I'm assuming all the WhatsApps are going, and obviously you guys haven't been able to train together for months, but are you all kind of keeping in touch and checking in on
yeah, obviously the group chat's still there. Obviously there's not a lot happening at the minute, so not much gets said, but Noel gets hammered quite a lot, which is good. Good to know. Cess and that, yeah. No, the boys speak now and then, but like I said, we haven't trained or played. There's nothing really to talk about. Do you know what I mean? There's not even a night out to talk about. There's nothing. There's nothing there at all. Like I said, just people hammer Noel, which is great. But other than that, yeah, we stay in touch.
Good. I'm sure supporters will be pleased to hear that. And I've got a few kind of quick fire-ish questions to ask you. So I'm going to start by asking you, who's the best trainer at the football club?
Best. What, as in technically, or
as in when you happen to go down on a Thursday evening, who's on it all the time and sets the tone for the group?
For this season, well, the one we got cancelled pretty much.
They merge into two, don't they?
The best trainer. Do you know what? We've had so many players come in and out. Do you know what? Me. All day of the week, me.
Fine.
No, I'm trying to think. Best trainer. So we've got some bad players. I'm joking. I don't know. Best trainer. That's a tough one. Cess. Do you know what? Cess is decent. Cess is good. I'll give him that. Friend ain't bad for a stiff man. He's not bad. I'm trying to think. We've got up top. No shocking. No terrible. Yeah, I'd say probably Cess, top of my head. Maybe Preza as well, technically wise anyway. Yeah.
I'm putting you in a bit of a managerial position here. If you had to pick a five-a-side team out of your squads at Margate, past and present, who's going in your five-a-side team?
Preza. He can just sit there. I'm having Joe Porter all day of the week. There's your two. Probably Cess as well. Do you know? I'll take Noel. I don't know why I'll take Noel, but I'll take him. And me, So there's your five.
There we go. There's the five. And who fancies themselves I think I know what the answer is going to be here. As the joker in the team.
Oh, no. He thinks he's class clown, isn't he? On and off the pitch. Just an idiot.
And if you had to pick one team song, something that you hear and it just reminds you of, like, I don't know, the dressing room or away days.
One team song. So I've got some rascal music. To be fair, I'm on the music. To be fair, my music's pretty decent. I get a lot of moans from the older boys like Friendly and Prezza, because they're older than they. A song.
So what on a match day then, or say Boris says, Margate, you can have a game this Saturday. You're back in that changing room. What's the first song that you're going to put on?
Do you know what? My memory for songs isn't that good. I have a playlist. I just press play and let it go. It's normally house music, like hits just to get everyone buzzed up a little bit. But I can't. My names are rubbish. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
We know at least you're the one that's responsible for the music when we hear it blasting out. And keeping a bit of a musical theme going, what's the best initiation song you've seen from a teammate performed?
Oh, Toby, what's his name? Toby Silva, I think his second name. That's it, that's the one. We was away at, where was it? It was last game of the season. First season Jay come in for them 6 months. I think it was awful pitch, like a hockey pitch. But he sung this like gospel song and it was unbelievable. It was good. I don't know what it was, but it was good. It was very good.
And what's your initiation song? What are you known to get out and perform?
Mario, Let Me Love You. That's my initiation song. Banger. Sing it every day.
And a few more questions now, just the final set. If you had to isolate with someone in the squad, who would it be? And on the flip side, if there was absolutely under no circumstances someone that you could isolate with for 10 days, who would that player be?
No, I'd isolate with Noel all day of the week. He's an idiot, but he's my boy. He's good crack, Noel. Who I wouldn't want to isolate with. Cesc, he moans all the time. 24/7 moan. Moans about everything.
Before I finish with my final question, like I say, I had a little chat with Liam earlier and he said I had to talk to you about FIFA and who's good, who's bad. Spill the beans, because I know you guys play on the away games. You've got, is it a PlayStation that you plug up?
Yeah, Cesc brings his little portable TV and PlayStation. I'm up there. Cesc is horrendous. For someone who plays FIFA all day, every day, he is horrendous. I've been up there wins. Who was it? John. John was decent. I'll give him that. John went bad at FIFA. But yeah, Cesc is bottom of the pile. Then Noel. Noel's bottom of everything. Noel's just an absolute idiot. But yeah, me. I'm king.
Best trainer, best at FIFA, doesn't mean we know who to come to.
You gotta be. You gotta back yourself.
Exactly that. And final question from me before we wrap up. Out of the 4 kits that were designed that are ready and waiting to be worn, what's your favourite of the 4 designs?
Pink one.
Yeah? Pink
one looks good. That does look good. They all look good. Even the keeper kit looks nice. But yeah, that pink kit did look good. Obviously, would have been nice to play in it, but I don't think we're gonna this year.
No.
But yeah, the pink one did look good. Yeah, I did like that pink one.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed then that maybe there will be an away day and we will get to play some football sometime soon. But thank you so much for giving up your time to have a chat. I certainly learned a lot from it, and I'm sure supporters will as well. And thank you for tuning in to GATEtv. Make sure that you've subscribed so you are the first to know when our latest episodes of Unlocking the Gate drop. But until then, take good care.